What is up, Indigo Park fans in the Ring Army? My name is Nized, or Anthony, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you all a new interview episode with a special guest that you might recognize if you are a fan of indie horror games. Today we have Vito Z, OtterBoyVA Holmes, who voices RAMBLEY the Raccoon in the indie horror game Indigo Park. Make sure to support him and his work. All links are in the description. If you do enjoy this interview episode, I'd really appreciate it if you could support by liking, and why not subscribe to help us reach our goal of 70,000 subscribers. Thank you. Anyway, enjoy the interview. So I want to first thank you, Vito, for hopping on first today. It is a big pleasure. Would you like to introduce yourself and describe what you do?
Yeah, hi. My name is Vito, aka OtterBoy, Vito Holmes, and I voice RAMBLEY in the indie video game Indigo Park. And I've been voice acting for about 4 or 5 years now, but like I didn't really get my big break until last year, so I'm relatively new on the scene. But yeah, no, it's been wild. But yeah, I mostly just do that, working day jobs here and there, but I'm working to try and become more full-time in the voice acting job sphere. So, but yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, it's great that you got your big break, right, for RAMBLEY, right, if I'm guessing correctly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was my big break.
And everybody loved your performance, including myself, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Okay, so going on for the first question, what is the story of you landing the role of RAMBLEY?
Well, the story goes, I think Jake has talked about it at panels. He talked about it at last year's panel for sure. But they were already in the process of making the game. Obviously, they like planned it out and had a bunch of storyboards. And Jake had actually provided the voice for the test animation for RAMBLEY. And they had a lot of stuff and they had a lot of footage, and they originally were going to go with him. But since he was already on the animation team, they figured that they didn't want to like double or triple the workload for him, because he was already going to be handling like a much of the animation side of things. Plus they wanted to just like give a chance for like another actor to like really just like take the helm, so they could put all their focus into that performance. And while his performance, like when you listen to it, if there's like any footage of it from the panel, or I'm pretty sure it's somewhere, but if you listen to it, it's like shockingly close to the voice I made. And I didn't even hear it or listen to it before I started recording. And it's just like, it's very similar to what I did. But I guess they said like, oh, since they knew me at the time, well, scratch that, Jake knew me personally. He recommended me to Mason, and he said, oh, well, I know this guy. He could like do a voice, and he's been looking for some work. And they said, would you like to voice for the trailer? And like just to see, like for an audition. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do this. I'll dub this trailer. And they did it, and like right away they're like, oh, you're exactly what we're looking for, and I got it. So it was pretty much luck, but also just like a lot of putting myself out there and just like showing like the eagerness to get started on this. It's just it really just like kind of, I don't want to say fell into my lap, but like it was just like the perfect storm of circumstances for me to get the role, and I'm really glad that I got it. But yeah, no, that's pretty much that kind of like the whole story around how I got the role.
That is very interesting, and yeah, well, good thing that you got it, right? Because everyone, like I said, everyone loved your performance, and congratulations again. And yeah, it's like that's like very interesting, you know. Yeah, like you said, it's mostly about luck, right? But yeah, I'm very curious about Jake's performance. I'm very curious. Hopefully, I can find that clip somewhere. But yeah, I'm glad you got it, right? It was mostly like an audition, like you said, right?
Yeah, it was an audition, and then like right as soon as they did the trailer, they said, "Okay, we're gonna get started on recording pretty soon. I hope you're ready." And I'm like, "Yep, I'm born ready." So, and we got started in late 2023, and the rest is history.
Okay, so it's like very, I forgot when Indigo Park Chapter 1 released, but it was like kind of close, right? To
almost
like
a year ago.
Okay, yeah, it was like kind of close to the release date, right?
It is getting close to the release date, yeah.
Yeah, that is very interesting. And like, I'm not sure if I already asked you, like, do you like how the effects on your voice sounds as RAMBLEY, like in the final product?
I love the effect that Jake did, because he also does like the mixing and the audio enhancements for the voice, and like does that glitchy effect. he's shown me several times how to do it, but I need to write it down because I keep forgetting how to do it, because he does it on his GarageBand program on his Mac, and I have a Mac, and I want to be able to learn how to do it so I could start like doing requests for people, because like eventually it's going to get to the point where I am going to start opening up commissions soon. So like if anybody wants me to do something in a rambly voice, I want to be able to do it without having to bug him, because I don't know how to do it. Like I know how to do like it's something to do with like a bit crusher, and then some form of manipulation. I forget exactly what it is, but the bit crusher is obviously involved to make it get that like that not grainy, but like the staticky sort of effect that like you get when you're like something's on TV. It's like something like that. I don't know I don't know like audio terminology for that. I'm not qualified to be doing that. I need to take a course on like audio mixing before I like say any more, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But the bit crusher and like a bunch of other stuff he implemented, and that's how he does it. And yeah, no, it's really interesting how like they're always able to like get the sort of effects out of Rambly with the tools that they have, and it's really cool. It really is really cool.
It is. I actually replayed the chapter last night just to refresh my mind on the whole game. And yeah, I gotta say the effects are really good on Rambly's voice. I'm like, oh, please. Like, obviously he's gonna return for chapter 2, I'm assuming. So it's like, ugh.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I love the effects. That's like a unique effect, I have to say. Like, Jake did a good job.
Yeah, it is. It's so much fun.
So moving on to the second question. Do you have a favorite section or segment in chapter 1 of Indigo Park?
Probably, like, so, like, to record or to play?
To play first.
To play, okay. Probably, I was genuinely taken aback by the, Rambly Rush. Is that the game when you're playing at the arcade? I think that's what it's called.
I believe,
Rambly Rush.
yeah.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that game, but I don't game that much, and apparently a lot of games do that where you can play a game within a game, but like it just the novelty of having that in the game was just so much fun. It really is really cool. And I didn't know this, but there's like a hidden passageway somewhere in the game.
Yeah.
But you gotta look around to find it.
Those speedrunners find everything very quickly. Or people that dig into games like deeply. Like there's no hiding stuff from the community.
Yeah.
And that actually brings me to the next question. Do you have a favorite line of Rambly in chapter 1?
Probably my favorite one to record was the Raction figure one, when you're at the not the kiosk, but the information. Yeah, no, the information kiosk. Yeah. When like you got all the items and you can hover over them and click on it, and then Rambly will talk about them. There's one where I did, basically it's like a reference to that one commercial, Lots and Lots of Trains, where it's like we got small trains, big trains, little trains, even trains that go through snow, like like stuff like that. Like I love doing that. Like just being able to like do a different voice instead of just the Rambly voice. It's so much fun when I get to do different voices aside from like the normal voice that you give your character. It's just so much fun to like just like branch out and do that and start your stuff. And it's so much fun to do.
Yeah, like I heard that commercials were more specific to record, because right there you get to work on the ranges and stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to get myself into that. My friend recommended me to start a commercial reel first.
Oh, I should make a commercial reel.
Yeah, we both got to get onto that. And how was it like recording the song, the Rambly review?
It was really fun. It was really fun. But I wanted to make sure I got it perfect. So that's just me as a perfectionist. But I not struggled, but like I wanted to make sure that everything was as good as could possibly be. So we really worked hard on it. But in a good way. Like, it wasn't, like, difficult at all just to work with him. Because, first of all, like, the director is, like, now one of my besties. And, like, it's so helpful to have a bestie as a director, because they could just, like, be real with you. And, like, they're just, like... It's, like, a level of camaraderie that, like, it's just so natural. And there's no, like, reservations. There's no being hung up on, like, certain things. Like, just like, I need this. Like, can we try it this way? Can we try it that way? And also the way that Tom, who voices Lloyd in the game, he is also in charge of like helping writing some of the script, and the way he helps me is just like it makes me feel so seen, like as like like as far as neurodivergence goes, because like my brain reads things differently than other people, and it's easier for me to read certain things, easier for me to read things a certain way. And the way he's able to like work around stuff when I might be like struggling with the line, because there's like a lot of stuff where I have to like say a lot in a short amount of time, and he breaks it up and he makes it so much simpler for me to read off of, and it's just it's like it's so helpful. It's so helpful. Like he's able to get like the best takes out of me that way, and I'm really grateful for it. And it's so much fun being able to record stuff like the song, because for specifically just like the harmonies, it like really ties everything together, because like when it's just that one voice, it can get a little bland. Obviously harmonies are there for that reason, but like just recording the harmonies and like seeing it all come together in the end, it's just so satisfying. So I had a lot of fun recording the song.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And like you said, having the director be a very good friend must have been very easy, right? Like very easier to work with.
Yeah. I couldn't, like, I think we became friends through the direction. Like, I'm very glad that he was my like first official director. So this was, it was a very good choice.
Yeah, I can say like, well, obviously with the directors I work with, sometimes obviously they're friends, but like they're not like, close to you, right? They're not like straightforward. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But I'd say it's easier when they're close to you. So he was like, yeah, give it to me straight, man. Can you record this, or that? This is the best take, etc.
Yeah.
Moving on to the fourth question. Okay, I don't know if you already answered this kind of, but I'll still ask it. Did RAMBLEY have a different voice before settling on the final pick, or was his voice already picked out from the start?
I think the voice that I picked out from the start was the one we went with. I think it's literally been the same since like when I first saw the character. I saw it and I'm like, okay, he's gonna have this voice, and then we've stuck with it ever since.
Oh wow! So it's just like, yep, this is the voice. Like just by looking at his face.
Yeah,
that's the voice.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Like I thought that he had like different, like alternative voices. Like that must have been funny if that was a real thing.
Yeah. couldn't have lined up more perfectly.
I wonder if he did have a different voice. Like I wonder what he would sound like.
I don't know, because I mean, like I couldn't think of any other voice for him.
Yeah, so he was like a natural. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Moving on to the fifth question. What other games or series are you into outside of voice acting?
So like stuff that I'm not in, basically?
Yeah, like your interests outside of voice acting. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not much of a gamer, but I do have like a lot of stuff saved that I want to play. Like as far as games go, I'm so old school. Like I have not been keeping up with like too many new games, but like I'm a basic bitch when it comes to that. Like I like Minecraft, like playing a little bit of Minecraft,
yes.
But like as far as like favorite games go, I really enjoyed Super Mario Bros. 3 on my Game Boy Advance, if anybody knows what that is. And I really, really, really enjoyed Godzilla Final Wars, or no, that's the movie. Godzilla Save the Earth. It came out the same year as that movie, but it was on PlayStation 2, and it was my first PlayStation 2 game I played. And this was like just a few years after me getting into Godzilla, which is like the other thing I'm really into aside from voice acting. Like I'm a very big giant monster fan, and I just love all the movies. I've seen all the movies. I love Kong, love Godzilla, Mothra, all that jazz. And that game, it is like the embodiment of childhood wonder, and just like seeing all these monsters like beat the crap out of each other, tournament style, throwing buildings at each other, just wrecking everything in sight. I love that shit. I eat that shit up like breakfast. And I love this one. I love that game when I was a kid, because like playing all your favorite, because you see Godzilla everywhere and everybody loves Godzilla, but then you got to play as other monsters that he's fought, and I'm like, whoa, I get to play as Ghidorah, I get to play as Mechagodzilla, I get to play as all these characters, and it was so much fun. And that was like my first introduction to like tournament fighters, and I think those are really, in my personal opinion, those are like the best games to play at like parties, the best party games, because like everybody can get on it. It's like any Smash game, or like, well, not so much Mario Kart game, but like Mortal Kombat, definitely Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, like all those games, they're just so much fun, and it's just great to let off steam like that and just like beat the crap out of each other in a game. It's so much fun, and like those are like personally some of my favorite types of games, but more specifically the games where you can like be the creature. I like the shooter games when you have to shoot the creatures. Yeah, that's fun. But when you get to be the creature, it's a very niche genre. But I like that. I like that a lot. I'm also trying to expand my degree in biology outside of the voice acting sphere, because I got my degree in biology, but right now it's been a little difficult finding a job. It's not like the most like available position being a biologist right now. It's very
I feel
competitive, and like you either have to have so much experience working in wildlife settings or different biological programs. They have to have a lot of experience during doing that, or you got to get your master's. So that's been like a struggle for me, and I didn't get my master's. I just got my bachelor's. I decided like once I'm done with that, I'm done for a while, and then I'll get my master's later. I probably should have stayed to get my master's, but that's aside the point. I don't really put too much stock into that because I'm just waiting until I can find a job that'll pay for that. And this whole thing with Rambley really just like blew up way more than I anticipated. And like for the past year now, I've been like very much considering like fully switching over, because like it seems to be one of the few things that I'm like actually good at. and like I would like to provide more entertainment for people, because that's genuinely what I like to do. I like to entertain people. So like eventually I want to start streaming regularly, but I have been working on so many things that I want to like post and publish, like videos, essays, and like even like it's like this past year has been like so eye-opening for me on what I want to do. It's like caused me to go in directions that I never thought I would take. Like I'm genuinely like thinking about like wanting to like make movies now. Like I've never thought like that before. Like I've always wanted to work on movies, but I never thought I wanted to like make a movie, or at the very least some kind of short film, or like get into film like that. Because like I'm surrounded by all of these incredibly talented, extraordinary people all the time now, and it was kind of like a shell shock too, because it blew up really fast. Indigo Park blew up like overnight, quite literally. It was like an overnight success. I remember the day it dropped, and like that was all people were talking about for the day. Like it was really surreal to be a part of something that was so big, and just it like opened the door for so many other interests now that I have. And it's starting to get a little much, because like there's so many things that I want to do that I'm gonna have to like organize myself, and right. it's like I mean I'll be fine, but like there's like so much stuff now that I want to do, and like so many roles that I would like to get, and so many people I want to work with now, that it's really just crazy. And I've been loving every minute of it. And I'm sorry that was a lot longer than the other.
Oh no, it's fine.
Answers,
Go on.
But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff now that I like to do.
Yeah, I can assume it can be very difficult to handle all that stuff, especially when you're trying to work on your own things, right?
Yeah,
so it's like...
but it is fun to do all this, and I don't dislike it at all. But like I've been, oh my gosh, I've just been like struggling so much, because I'm trying to do all this stuff on my own, and I might need to like start hiring a team if I can get enough money saved up first, because like I'm in the process of trying to get into a new place, and like there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before I do any of this other stuff, and like I'm in the process of doing this, but I also have to do this other thing. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. But am I happy doing this? Yes, very much happy.
Yeah, at least that's good. You know, that's good. That's good to at least enjoy everything. Speaking of Rambley, like being an overnight success, were you like nervous at all about how people would take Indigo Park, or like even with your performance as Rambley? Like, were you?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I was really concerned with how people were gonna take my take on the character. Like, I mean, I know I shouldn't, and it wasn't really anything that I was too worried about. Like, the day of, well, I mean, like, it wasn't like I was scared. I was just like more anxious than anything else. I was excited because I felt that I had done a fairly fine job. Like, I had fun doing it, and that's what matters. So I was just excited to see like people's reactions. And for the most part, I have to say, I was very surprised that like so many people loved the performance that much. I mean, I know it's like very basic. Like, it's just cute. It's a cute character. It's very cute voice. But like, I'd say the added layers to the character from what we are shown I think really elevated him to like that, like almost like Bugs Bunny level status, where it's just like one short and like he's like everybody's favorite. So, like it is a little like nerve wracking when you see like people like Matt Pat and Jacksepticeye and Iron Mouse playing the game, and then you're like, I'm like sitting there like watching their whole live streams, like just like waiting to like hear them say, oh, his voice is so annoying, and like, oh, this is just like, oh, why would you do that? Like why would you choose this voice? But yeah, no, it was it turned out to be okay. It turned out to be more than okay, and everybody really enjoyed it, I gotta say. Like, people really did genuinely like it, and I'm very glad they did.
I can imagine. Like, just the feeling of, or the assumption that people are not gonna like it, you know, it can eat you up, basically.
Yeah.
It can eat you up, and then once you see the actual reactions, it's like so relieving. I can imagine it could be so relieving, right?
Oh yeah, it was like very shell shocking, I will say, to see people like Matt Pat and I'm trying to think of any other Queso play it, and I'm just like, yo, is it like this is crazy, and then but it really did like bump up my self-esteem with like all these people just saying like, oh my gosh, he was so great, and I love the voice so much, and it made me feel a lot better about doing the voices, because I was like really worried, like, I'm like, this is big. I need to make sure I get this. And when I did, it was just all the more satisfying.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just to like give a little story about myself a little bit, like I felt that recently, like back in January with Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. I was given the opportunity to do a little small cameo in a VHS tape. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like kind of nerve-wracking as well. I'm like, how will people react to my input, right? Especially my friends who are content creators. I'm like, I don't know, because unfortunately there are some toxic people in every community, right? There's like no avoiding that, unfortunately. Yeah. But like, you know, but luckily a lot of people loved it. People, you know, were supportive, especially my audience. They were like very supportive like that. And some friends caught it. Even when we got early access to Chapter 4, right before the public, some, like maybe like one or two people caught it. They're like saying, yo, was that you? Was that you? Or like, hey, I saw your name in the credits. Where were you? You know? So I'm like,
that's so cool.
Thank God it wasn't like a negative thing. The same for you. You know, obviously you had a bigger thing going on. So it's like,
yeah,
I can imagine like the overthinking or maybe the stress on thinking on how people will react to it. So, but you know, thankfully people love your performance, man. Like, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Now moving on to the next question. When did you start your VA career? What inspired you to start?
Oh, yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier. But I started, I guess you could say I started technically in 2015. I started performing at like this fundraiser, but it was very short because I was getting ready to wrap up for, my high school graduation around the time. But yeah, no, that's when I like this 2014 2015 is when I started like really getting interested in the voice acting sphere and like just what it brought and like the people involved and the process of doing this stuff. And I kind of like, I would say I got a rocky start because I was just like not sure what to do, so I just got a Blue Yeti and just started recording stuff. I mostly did a lot of song covers on my YouTube channel before like I did any like dubbing stuff, and I plan to do more, but I usually do song covers a lot. But yeah, no, it was a long winding road, and a lot of stuff was learned, a lot of new techniques were implemented, and a lot of upgrades have been made since then. And yeah, so I guess what they say is true. Like when you look back 10 years, it's when you set off to become something, and like where you are now, that's like, it is like indicative of like what you set off to do like just 10 years ago. So yeah, so that's kind of when I started, but like I didn't start professional voice acting, I'd say, until like, I think maybe 2020. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's when I started professionally voice acting, like making, like actually like getting revenue from it.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to start in 2015. Like another voice actor who I interviewed, he mentioned he started around the same time in 2015, like 10 years.
That's cool.
Right? And personally, I started 5 years ago, actually. I think this month actually is when I started 5 years ago in 2020 when everybody was in quarantine. That's when I started. Not professionally, but for fun, right? It was for fun. But I didn't start professionally, or I would say professionally, until maybe 2023, 2024, early 2024 is when I started. But of course, I'm still working myself on towards up the ladder. You know, it's a lot of work, very competitive, but it's very fun. It's very fun.
Yeah, it is.
And now for the final question. Can we expect to hear more of you in more projects, including Indigo Park?
I will say yes. Rambley will be in Indigo Park Chapter 2. He will be there. Other projects, I believe I got a few coming up. I believe. I've just been I've just been really overwhelmed that I can't remember the names of the projects right now. I don't even think they're NDA or anything, but some of them I'm just we're in the infant stages of recording, and we haven't really done that much of anything yet. But yeah, no, that's we're almost ready to start doing our stuff.
That must be very exciting, and hopefully we get to see you announce it, or the projects get announced, right?
Yeah, it is really exciting, yeah.
I understand that some projects can be under NDA, like the other voice actor, she said there's some projects under NDA, but they are coming, right? They are very exciting, so I hope to hear more of you, not just for Rambley, but like for other characters, right? Like maybe other ranges, you know, that you want to do, or any type of characters.
Yeah.
Is it like any type of character trait or personality that you want to try that's kind of like completely opposite of Rambley?
I'm interested in trying out like more like creature roles, like scarier roles. I'm like down for that because I just want to go to my roots, like what like got me into like the whole movie, television, voice acting spheres, and that was like it had to be animation and monsters. Like that's like what I love the most, and like I want to be able to do that because that feeling that people get when they see those characters on the screen, I want to be able to be a part of that because they made me feel awesome. I want to make other people feel awesome too. So
yeah, that sounds very nice, and hopefully you get more opportunities to try those roles out or characters.
Yeah,
and also like to recall a little bit, just like a little fun thing I wanted to ask. You mentioned that you played Minecraft, right? Or you play Minecraft a little bit?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Minecraft movie yet?
I just saw it last night.
Okay, yeah, me too. I watched it twice already, but this time was with my friends.
I saw it by myself. I'm gonna go see it with friends in about a week. It was something else.
It's definitely the movie of all time.
It is definitely the movie of all time, but like I don't think it's like Morbius was like a different movie of all time. This is like I don't know, cuz like I feel like they genuinely did not take it, like I think what the difference is they did not take themselves seriously at all. Like they were in it for the memes too. Like they were in on the joke, and I think it was a very self-aware movie. Thankfully, like it's definitely not perfect. It's not Citizen Kane or anything. But like I was genuinely like surprised by how much of a good time I had while watching it. Like mostly the theater experience, but also like the movie itself. Like it was like not complete garbage. Like it was not good, but it was so bizarre and so entertaining. I just didn't mind. So like it's a slippery slope, but I mean like it's really honestly a movie that you just have to see to believe. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, that was like one of my favorite things about the movie. It was self-aware that it was not supposed to be serious. Like they had fun making this. Like you can tell. They had fun making it.
You could tell, like, and also, like, I'm like, I know, like, everybody and their mom wanted to see, like, a traditionally animated Minecraft movie, like it was animated in the game, like I wanted to see that. Like everybody was expecting to see that, but I mean, also there was like that part of us where like, okay, it's probably going to be live action, and I gotta say the movie doesn't look awful. I know people like were complaining about how everything looked, but like the textures and like the animation side of stuff, like a lot of it was done by Weta, and like say what you will, like the movie looks very aesthetically pleasing. I will say that. Like the set is pretty cool. The mob designs, they're like updated. They're pretty cool. it is generally like kind of cool to look at. Like I'm not saying that it's like great, but it's like, I was surprised. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool how they like made things look like, because I could tell that they had used real costumes for certain parts, like the villagers. I think like those are actual actors with like clothes and stuff, but they just like CGI'd the heads. But
yeah,
it was pretty cool. Like I liked how everything looked. Like it was like a genuinely cool movie. Sorry, I'm going into like a review of the Minecraft movie now.
It's all good. I mean, like I said, they had fun with it, you know. I'm very glad it wasn't serious, right? It was just like a turn your brain off movie.
It kind of was. It honestly kind of was.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. Like, even if the movie was kind of bad or like that, like, right? As long as the movie
be at
is
least
fun,
entertaining.
Yeah, if it's fun, I don't care. You know, at least if it's a fun watch. Even though like the plot is kind of simple, you know, the plot nothing exciting.
Yeah, it's so simple. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. I had a great time watching it. Right?
Yeah, they had a lot of fun doing it. I'm glad.
Hopefully other video game movies take notes. I mean, the Sonic movies are great, you know?
Yeah, no, but those are actually like legitimately like good movies. Like they're not perfect, but they are like actually like good movies. Like there's like good story themes and elements in there that are like that are pretty well written, like for the most part. Like there's certain like comedic bits that are like like there for just like the kids and stuff, but for the most part, like especially Sonic 3, it was very well done. Like I really don't like have that many complaints with the movie. Like it's a very well structured film, and for Minecraft it's a little different. Like it's like it kind of knows what it is. Like it's almost like I want to say it's almost like a parody of Minecraft almost, but like it's not quite there. Like it's a spoof of Minecraft. Like I don't know, like it's just like it's exactly what you get. It is a Minecraft movie. It's exactly what you get, and like everything is like played up to where it's just like it's in a Minecraft setting, and then you just fool around, and that's pretty much what they do. So
yeah, I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad they had a fun time, and it's like very successful right now in the box office. Like, wow.
I guess they're gonna make more.
I hope so. I hope so. My friends been saying
I wouldn't mind another one of this. I wouldn't mind another one of these, but like they need to stop with like the live action remakes, I will say, because like it's kind of starting to get out of control. But the Minecraft movie, I would not mind a sequel. I would not mind a sequel because I would watch that.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad a lot of people enjoy it. I mean, especially for the memes. My theater went crazy the first time I watched it.
Me too. Me too.
The theater experience.
I'm glad mine did.
Like crazy popcorn throwing, crazy, or just like yelling. I just got yelling.
I got yelling. I got some people standing up.
Because there's like a bunch of videos online of people throwing buckets like that, like crazy, and like the security video where people got kicked out. Or they even paused the movie one time. They even paused it. They're like saying, "Calm down." Yeah. I think this is crazier than No, I think it's like almost the same level as Endgame, like Avengers Endgame type of hype, I guess. But it's mostly because of the memes.
Yeah.
There's other video game movies coming out, like the Bendy movie. I know they're gonna take that one kind of seriously. You know, it's a horror movie, so I assume so. And FNAF 2 is coming this year. Hopefully, that's better than the first one. I would say, even though I loved the first one, I hope it's better.
Yeah, no, I like the first one too, but hopefully they like take the elements from the first one and just like improve upon it even more, because I did enjoy it. I just I hope they make it even better this time. Yeah,
like for that movie, I always say the same thing. It's good for a FNAF movie, but not good for a horror movie. That's what I say.
Yeah. A FNAF movie was good, but like as a horror movie, like maybe the next one could be a little scary, because it was like I was surprised like how not scared I was of the movie.
Exactly. Like it's like they didn't really dive into what made
They didn't do that many jump scares. They didn't do that many jump scares at all. I think there's like one, but like it's like I think it's the Foxy part, but that's it. Yeah. I think that's literally it.
I think only like twice, besides the balloon boy thing, but that's just cheap jump scares. That was just cheap, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that is all I have for you today. Would you like to say anything else, or would you like to end this off with a little bit of rambly, or you would like to say anything to end this off?
Can't say much aside from stay strong. You've got this. Hang in there. We're all in this together. Screw the oligarchy. I'm trying to think. What else can I say? Down with the government, down with lobbyists, up with the labor force. We are the backbone of the industry. And I think indie animation and indie games and indie films, they're now the new. They're gonna start rising up. They're gonna, like, just like the people themselves. We're gonna start rising up, and we are Indigo Park. we are Groot. We are Indigo Park. We
Together
are
we are
Indigo Park.
Indigo Park.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. And of course,
yeah.
We would like to thank you again for hopping on for us today. It was a big honor having you on, man. Hopefully we get to hear more of you. We can't wait for Indigo Park Chapter 2. That's going to be exciting. Very exciting.
Oh, yeah. Also, screw Musk, free Palestine, screw Trump, everybody. Yes. There we go. Yeah, that's what that's it. There we go. I'm like, there's more. Yes.